and I'm just coming on to say hello. And it looks like it's going to be a nice day today. I watched the weather report and they said rain overnight. Did we get rain overnight? It does look a little wet, but the news seemed like it was going to be really a lot of rain. But we do have cloudy skies, but I heard that it's supposed to be really warm today. So hopefully that is the truth. In New Hampshire, you never really know. You watch the weather report and then you wait and see. Hey, Kelly, about to leave, but will listen in my car. Oh, awesome, Kelly. So this morning is Friday. Is it Friday where you are? I am so glad it's Friday. It is Friday. It is the last day before spring break. And yeah, one of my classes does have a test today. Yeah, sorry, children, but we had to get that one done before the break. Other classes aren't ready for a test. We had a test in Algebra 1 at the beginning of the week. So they're going to have a little quiz today. But yeah, this is the last day before spring break. It does look springy. We've got some daffodils coming up. I was looking at my little lilac bush this morning and it's got leaves on it. So it's always awesome when you see that you'll see a lilac bush. It looks like twigs. And then, the winter is bearing down on it. You wonder if it's going to come back. And it's always fun to see the growth when it turns spring and you're like, it's alive. It's awesome. So I love my little lilac bush, and I had it since it was just a little twig, and it's getting a little bigger. Then I have another on the other side of my house. I have a French lilac bush, which is really cool. It has a different type of shape to it, and the blooms are pink, and they usually come out after the purple lilacs bloom, which will be probably June-ish. The lilacs will come out. One of the first main flowers. Well, we have right now daffodils, crocuses, some other little flowers that come out, but the lilacs come out beginning of summer, I guess you'd say. And lilacs are my favorite flower. They're also the New Hampshire uh, flower. So, do I teach English? I teach English sometimes. I have taught English to students online, and I've taught kids in China. I've taught them English, like pronunciation and stuff. And yeah, so I've taught English, but my main lesson is math, which right now today I have on my math shirt, M for math, because I'm a math teacher at my school. And I love my rainbow sweater. It's very colorful. Sometimes I wear it when I need like a little bit of a boost for my happy meter, because right now I'm feeling tired, and so yeah. Friday before spring break. So I was talking about lilacs. I love lilacs. I love spring. And so it'll be a fun week to see all of the spring appear, to get gardens ready, clean up the yard, all that kind of stuff, and get ready for the last few weeks of school. And in a couple of weeks, we'll be going to South Carolina to visit my daughter who is graduating from college. And she's done a great job. She's worked really hard, and she is graduating from college, and we're really proud of her. So we'll be making a quick trip all the way down and all the way back. Then it will be my son's turn to graduate from high school. And yeah, so lots happening this year. And we're driving to school. It is gorgeous in New Hampshire right now. The trees, during the winter, they look pretty when the snow is covering them. But if there's no snow, it just looks like a brown bunch of twigs. And right now, you can see the little buds, like just driving, you can see a little bit of green on the edge of the trees. Yeah, so it's really pretty. That's why I did these morning car chats. So maybe you could see the beautiful scenery that I get to be a part of during my ride into school. I feel like I'm in like a painting or something. It's so pretty. The seasons change. And last night I was at a meeting, and this meeting was for people in our state that want to help manage the state, manage how we're going to provide housing for all of the citizens. The housing market in New Hampshire is pretty rough right now. Just a basic house, like say a starter home, is about $500,000. So it's ridiculous. Rent is for like a one-bedroom apartment, $1,500. You want a bigger apartment than that, you're going to pay like $3,000 per month. So there's a crisis right now for affordable housing, and how are we going to manage this problem? There are a lot of different ways that we can try, and the thing is, we don't really know what's going to work. We just got to, try something. So last night I was at a meeting and we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff that's in every major city. Yeah, that's true. The only thing is, we're not in a major city, but we're outside of a major city. I live about 1 hour from Boston. So I guess you'd say we live outside the major city because you can get to Boston from here. I live in a little pocket of pretty rural space. And the thing about New Hampshire, too, is that we have lots of swamps, lots of wetlands, and we've tried to protect the wetlands, but now they're figuring out ways. Hey, let's like make a bridge over here. Let's build a house right inside the swamp. See what happens. We have a house right in our town that they literally filled in a part of the swamp and built the house on top of it. I wouldn't want that house. I feel like, that song, The Wise Man Built His House Upon a Rock. Yeah, building on a swamp is not a good idea. I don't care how big the house is. But we'll see what happens. I mean, the only place that has decent house prices are the South. Yeah, and they're going up too because everybody is moving south. So it's hitting everywhere and everybody. And if we all just plant a money tree, we should be all set. I saw on the news yesterday that Donald Trump is considering giving every person, every family that has a new child born, $5,000. Did you see that in the news? Did you see that in the news that I know that that was a thing. It probably is still a thing in Canada. When I was in high school, I went to Canada on a missions trip, and the parents of newborns got a government subsidy of some sort. And so I don't know what I think about it. I don't know where that money would come from. If it's coming from, my pocket, then no. I mean, the government can't give money away because the government doesn't have any money. The government takes our money and gives it back. How about not take our money? How about just not take our money, and then the parents will have the money to raise their own children? And I see somebody said not enough. That's what they were saying. Like $5,000 is not enough to raise a child. So it's kind of a foolish thing, but it tells me that there aren't enough Americans being born. That's why they want incentives. And so, why do we have a housing crisis? It seems like a vicious circle. Um, we are getting people to come into this country. We are people having people come to New Hampshire, and but it's not by people having larger families. I also saw something somewhere where other cultures believe in larger families, and so maybe America should have thought things through way back when they decided to tell the whole world how bad it is to have families. It's kind of a lot, isn't it? Everybody has their own opinion. Um, I really believe that, if you've been to my channel before, you'll see that I'm a Christian. I believe that the Bible is the way to go, and you are supposed to love God first. Love God with all your heart and your soul and your mind. That will keep you loyal to the one who made you, and He has a plan for your life. And the Bible also says that He has good things in mind for you. He wants you to have a happy and good life. So if you stick with Him, you can't go wrong. Number two, He wants you to love your neighbor. Love your neighbor as yourself. So, first of all, that means you need to have respect for yourself and take care of yourself and, do whatever it takes to be the best self you can be. And then you need to help others and, be a help to them and a love to them and a care for them so that's how the world is a happy place to live. When everybody's just going around like greedy grabbers, taking and not taking care of themselves, forsaking God and His rules for your life, the world's a mess. That's what we're seeing right now. The world is a mess. Okay, so Jennifer says reasonable housing, healthcare options would motivate people to have more children. And I agree with that. Only problem is healthcare is gone through the roof. Like that's another problem is that people are afraid to have children because of how much it's going to cost just for the general checkups. Just for the general checkups, if you don't have insurance through your company, even my husband has insurance through his company and he pays almost like a mortgage payment every month just to have it. And we can't afford to use it because we still have to go to the doctor and pay for stuff. It's a ridiculous setup. If we didn't have any money, we could go to the doctors for free. But then we wouldn't be able to pay to live. So I don't know how it's all supposed to work out. Way back when I was my first child, I worked at a Christian school for peanuts. I mean, I didn't even make enough to I couldn't have supported myself on it. But yet they paid for my entire pregnancy. Like I didn't have to pay one dime for my insurance. And that was through I worked at a church school. That was real insurance. That wasn't state insurance. So that was a blessing. And that's the way it was in the olden days. You pay a little bit and you got your health care through your company. But now healthcare is so ridiculously expensive. If you get it through your company, you got to pay $1 million for it, and it only covers this much. But if you have no money at all, your insurance is completely 100% covered. So Something has to happen. Somebody with some managing skills and problem solving skills needs to figure this thing out. Was life better before 2000? Okay, so 2000. Was life better? I think life is what you make it, but I think that you could live on, before 2000, you could live on a general income. Like if you had a general medium type job, you could survive. You could pay rent, or you could buy a house. Now, if you have a median income, you can't save a penny because you're going to pay out the wazoo for rent, or you're going to have a job you can't afford to buy anything with that job. So the key to life as we know it is to think outside the box, um, and to maybe live with your parents a little longer, save up some money, and have a plan on moving out. I have seen some people buy like a mobile home type of thing, and I am going to turn my camera around because this, you have to see this. This is my drive in the morning. The sun is to the left over there, and it's a beautiful morning. So, it's better. Um, I think when you jump into life as you know it, you make the best of it, and who you are will determine how good your life is. And the challenges are going to, every generation has their own challenges. But right now, it seems to be a little overwhelming with how much young people are having to figure out. It's a lot. Oh, Cybertruck. Did you see the Cybertruck? And I came right up next to me. I saw it in the camera there. Yeah, wow, Cybertruck. I think that guy's probably happy he has a Cybertruck. One thing about those Cybertrucks is they're very easy to spot. If you wanted to rob a bank, you might not want to drive a Cybertruck. Just saying. Oh, they just crack me up because I just don't get it why anybody would want one of those other than just because it's a thing, you know. If you have enough money to do something really crazy, buy a Cybertruck. So anyway, I'm on my way to school and I've been doing a verse song while I'm doing these car chats. And so today I decided I'm going to sing the song that tells us what we're supposed to think about. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true and honest, whatsoever things are just and pure, whatsoever things are lovely and of a good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things, think upon these things. These things which ye have both heard and believed, and heard and seen in me, do, and the God of peace will be with you. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true and honest, whatsoever things are just and pure, whatsoever things are lovely and of a good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things, think upon these things. There's the Boston Express next to me. So sometimes we get overwhelmed with the things of the world, and maybe that's because we're not supposed to think about all the negative things that are going on in the world. Every generation has their problems. I mean, look at Jesus's day. He was crucified on a cross, killed, mocked, the whole 9 yards. That's worse than what we're dealing with today. So think on the good things of God, and He will help to give you peace. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the thumbs up. And thank you for your support for my channel. Please subscribe. Did I grow up in the 80s? Actually, I probably grew up more in the 70s, because by the time the 80s came around, I became an adult. But I kind of grew up in the 80s because when you're an adult, young adult, you're still growing up. So anyway, well, thank you for coming, and thank you for joining my car chat. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you for your watch time, and I hope you have a great day.